Sorry for the delay. Here's my review of Poor Things. I'm unsure how to describe this film, let alone start off the review, so what follows will have to suffice. Bella Baxter is reanimated by a scientist she refers to as God. She goes on a journey with a man named Duncan, and her mind slowly develops from that of basically an infant and into a remarkably bright woman. She encounters the good and the bad of the world and discovers who she is emotionally, physically, and mentally. This is an oversimplification of the film because the rest of what happens is absolute insanity. Now, am I saying this film is bad? Not at all. It's an imaginative and beautiful film with quality acting, cinematography, and music. But, again, watching this film felt like the closest I have ever come to going under the influence of the most powerful narcotics known to mankind. So, what makes it weird? I guess we can start with the Frankenstein like premise. The story is based on a book, but I'm sure director Yorgos Lanthimos injected a majority of his style into the film. I have not seen any of his previous work, but from what I've been told, he basically lives for the strange and unusual. It's not just the fact that Bella is reanimated, it's the process she goes through, such as acting like an infant, becoming a child, a young adult, and then a woman. There is a lot of comedy in the film, but it's a very dark, straightforward kind of comedy. It relies on being blunt and shocking, but also relies on music and camera shots to get the comedy across. Speaking of the cinematography, the camera shots and the movements of the camera made it sometimes feel like I was watching a documentary. We have a lot of slow zoom ins, sometimes in place and sometimes when the camera is moving, which illustrates the documentary like feel. The music is really worth noting. It's very simplistic and kind of has a lullaby feel to it. There are chimes and string instruments used for the soundtrack, and it's overall very soothing to listen to. In all honesty, I don't listen to musical scores that much on my phone, but I'd be happy to pick up the album for this film. Tremendous amounts of praise should be given to the three main actors, but specifically Emma Stone as Bella Baxter. The character is an innocent soul who is striving to find her place in the world, but has a hard time grasping on certain situations, such as why should one keep food in their mouths if they don't like the taste? Stone goes through so much evolution in the film. It's remarkable to see how her character changes during the movie and how Stone is able to give so much nuance to Bella. On top of that, there is a lot required of Stone in the film dancing, sex scenes, shouting, crying, and so on. If she doesn't get nominated for Best Actress for this film at the Academy Awards, I will be shocked and enraged. Mark Ruffalo was also a joy to watch, in that it was fun to see him play such a slimy sleazeball of a human being. In all honesty, this might be my favorite performance of his. He was over the top, but also cruel and mean spirited, as well as arrogant and manipulative. It was a delicious role, which I hope also earns him a nomination as well. And Willem Dafoe is as captivating as ever. He has a unique face, which is made even more unique for this film due to the prosthetics he is given. He's like a father figure to Bella, but also very symbolic of a godlike deity, in that his name is Godwin, but Bella refers to him as God. They really push the Frankenstein themes in this film, and I'm all for that. In short, Defoe is a fantastic addition to this movie, and it would definitely not be the same if someone else were in this role. While I did enjoy the film, that's not to say it's for everyone. Many people might be turned away by the intense sex scenes. Or maybe they won't, I don't really know. But I felt that it was worth mentioning there is a lot of it, and it could possibly make some people uncomfortable. The strange tone and style might also throw people off. It reminded me kind of like Tim Burton, but if Tim Burton went even stronger with his style. There are allusions to German cinema, steampunk imagery, and maybe even homages to the works of Terry Gilliam films. Bottom line, you might want to do some research before buying your ticket. The review has been all over the place, but I will end by saying Poor Things is a unique film this year. It's provocative, entertaining, and beautiful. It has memorable characters along with the performances of the actors who bring those characters to life. It has amazing cinematography and music, and it has already made my top favorite films of 2023. Like I said before, it's not for everyone though. It's very strange in a way I don't believe I was fully able to explain in this review, But if you're brave enough to try something unusual and venture into the world of a very strange but talented filmmaker, make the decision to go see Poor Things. Thanks. This is an O.M.M review. This is O.M.M signing out.